You're watching KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the Quad Cities, with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel, this is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, Make-A-Wish Iowa is celebrating its 26th annual Riverband Gala. How this fundraiser makes dreams come true for children in our area battling critical illnesses. Quad City Arts is here previewing two exciting opportunities, one involving music and the other incorporating large-scale chalk art. Stay tuned for info on the Jazz Ambassadors and the annual Chalk Art Fest. Plus, Blossoms and Brunch, benefiting the Friends of Trinity Foundation, will preview this fun event involving spring hats, flowers for sale, and impactful speakers. Happy Friday. It's April 11th. Welcome to Quad Cities Live. I'm Kyle Keel. Morgan OTA has the afternoon off. Well, QC Restaurant Week is underway and just a couple days left to take advantage of featured menu items, promotions, and prizes. Dozens of local establishments are taking part, including many coffee shops. KWQC's Kate Kopatich is joining us live from Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen in Bettendorf. And Kate, Vibrant is much more than just banking. They have a lot to offer.
Yeah, hi Kyle, that's exactly right. It is a vibrant atmosphere here, and Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen offers much more than just banking. Vibrant offers a full menu of food and drinks, energy drinks, sodas, and here to talk to me about all of that is Chad Cushman with Vibrant, and he is their Director of Food and Kitchen. And so Chad, you know, this is Quad Cities Restaurant Week. Is this your first year participating, or tell me a little bit about that?
Yep, this is our second year. And when we were asked to do this year, it felt, us being a community coffee shop, it felt very natural for us to get involved with Restaurant Week once again.
And let's talk a little bit about what all Vibrant offers. Vibrant, some people might think that it is related to the bank, which it is, but who can come here? Is it open to the public, or tell me a little bit about that?
It's open not just members, but it's open to everybody. You know, and we are a very relaxed, vibrant coffee shop. We offer obviously a very expansive menu of food and drinks. We do have a nice merch area as well. We use local vendors. And then we have our community rooms, which people can book and actually for free, and for a community space for studying or for a party. So, yeah.
And you said the community spaces, which Josh is looking at right now. It's behind those glass doors. And what are some of the events that community members have hosted in that event space?
Yeah, just recently we did a baby shower. We've done bridal showers. This week, and actually tomorrow, we're doing a little business luncheon there. So, yeah.
Awesome. And I have right now in front of me a orange energy drink, and this, I've actually had a few sips of it, and it's really good. But Quad Cities Restaurant Week, what are some of the specials that you guys have going on this week at Vibrant?
So we're going to be focusing in on our dirty sodas, which will be featured. We're going to be going over those a little bit later in the second segment. But yeah, that's our big focus right now is dirty sodas.
And with the menu that Vibrant offers, what are some of the items, food items that people can get for lunch? What are some of those?
Yeah. So we offer a good selection of soups, salads, and sandwiches. We have an array of nice baked goods. Yeah.
And what would you say is the most popular item on the menu that you see people ordering?
I would say for beverage, I think it's our energy drinks and our coffee. We do roast our own beans, so people really do enjoy our coffee here. So.
Oh, that's so cool. You guys roast your own coffee beans. And yeah, as you can see, you know, it's a lot to offer here. And if you go ahead and look over there, like Chad said, that they also offer local businesses. They partner with them, and they have some of their merchandise there. So yeah, very exciting stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, when we come back, we're going to actually have Chad show us how they make some of these energy drinks, dirty sodas, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So for now, live in Bettendorf, Kate Kopatich, KWQC TV 6 News.
All right, Kate, thank you so much. And new this year for QC Restaurant Week, there is a free mobile digital pass. You simply use it to check in at participating restaurants this week and you'll earn points. And then you're automatically entered into a grand prize drawing of up to $200 in local restaurant gift cards. You can get all the details online at qcrestaurantweek.com. Just a couple days to take advantage of that. Well, Make-A-Wish Iowa is inviting everyone to attend the upcoming Riverbend Gala. It's an evening dedicated to celebrating the strength of children, the generosity of community, and the life-changing power of just a single wish. Here from Make-A-Wish Iowa to tell us more is Marianne Graves. Marianne, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yes, we're grateful to have you because this obviously is a very important event for Make-A-Wish. I mean, it is a huge fundraiser. We'll get more on that here in just a little bit, but tell us more about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think everyone at home has heard about it, but just talk about the important work that you do in our community and beyond.
Yeah, I would love to. So Make-A-Wish, our mission is to grant wishes for kids with critical illnesses. So right now in the Quad Cities, we have 24 kids waiting for their wish to be granted. Over 300 in the state of Iowa. Wow. So here we're focused, on eastern Iowa kids, the state of Iowa, but it's a need everywhere in our country. And these kids, it's amazing what the power of a wish can do for these kids in our community.
I mean, we've heard so many stories of these kids who are getting their wish. Some are, some are grand wishes, others are just very small wishes.
You were so right.
And regardless of what they are, just the smile on their face, I mean, you see it right there.
Yep.
Looks like she gets to do a little radio work there.
She did,
I mean,
podcast,
it's just, it makes your heart very warm. So we've got the 26th annual gala coming up on the 26th, so that's easy to remember. So we got to get our tickets soon because Monday we need that because it's going to be held at the Waterfront Convention Center in downtown Bettendorf. You see some footage there from previous events. So tell us more about the evening and what people can expect as they come in.
Yeah, I would love to. So most importantly, we have some of the Wish families from our community that come to the event. So you get to meet Wish kids. You get to hear these stories. So this year we're featuring Morgan, who's going to share her story about going dog sledding in Alaska. So you talked about these kids can wish for anything, Kyle.
That's a grand wish. Yeah, look at
and there she is, right? So we get to hear from Morgan. We get to hear from other wish stories. So we just get to share the impact that these wishes had on kids. There's a silent auction. We have over 100 silent auction items. We have a live auction, about 11 items in that. And then at the end of the night, we let people just give whatever is on their heart to give to grant wishes for these local kids.
And that's really the whole purpose here. It's a fundraiser, right? It's to raise money for these children. And last year, it was a pretty big year for you guys because
it was
over $400,000.
$400,000
That's incredible.
Raised last year.
Just from that one single night.
From one single night to grant wishes for kids in our community that go to school with our kids, that are on ball teams with our kids, in our neighborhoods. It's amazing. It's an incredible night.
Yeah, so you've seen some stuff on the table here, so we want to talk about some of those live auction items, the silent auction items.
Yes.
So I guess we'll start with a couple of the big ones, your big sponsor.
So I am blown away every year by the generosity of our community. Local businesses, people, they come out and they are so generous. So a couple of our silent auction items, we have Verdi Eye Clinic who sponsors our event each year, and they donate, Kyle, LASIK eye surgery.
Wow. Like
incredible, right? That alone raised $4,000 for our event last year. I mean, amazing. Hy-Vee is also an incredible sponsor of ours. They actually help us with wish reveals in the Quad Cities, so telling kids they're getting their wishes.
To be a part of that.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You can be. You can come to the next one. So they are donating a bourbon basket. I don't know a ton about bourbon, but what I'm told is anyone that does will recognize this bottle. This is Pappy Van Winkle, and that is a very rare bottle of bourbon that is hard to get your hands on. The rest are highly allocated as well to only the Hy-Vee stores in the Quad Cities. So they have generously donated this basket. The beauty of our silent auction, though, is anyone can bid. So even if you're not at our event, you can go on online on our app and you can bid on any of the silent auction items. We will get you those in the following days. So anybody can bid on those. And we have over 100 baskets or items, experiences, baskets. It is really amazing.
And I mean, you're talking about this bottle alone being hundreds,
$800 to $1,000 is what I'm told.
This basket right here could be worth more than $1,000.
Yes, it can be.
Which can go a long way for these kids. So the next item here, we've got a pair of diamond earrings from, let's see, we got Revel Jewelers.
Yeah, they are so generous each year. So they always do a custom piece of jewelry for us. This year, it's the diamond earrings. Those will retail at almost $3,000. Those will be part of our live auction along with 10 other items. We have the guitar that everybody wants to talk about and see. Yes, yeah, we had a local family that donated a guitar autographed by Taylor Swift.
So this is...
It's amazing.
I mean, and this is authentic. I mean, this is Taylor Swift's signature.
Yes, it comes with the letter of authenticity.
Beckett letter of authenticity here. So this is the real deal. Now, Taylor herself did not donate it, but
nope, she did not.
It's her actual signature on here, and this is one of the live auction items.
This is a live auction item. We have a private jet that will take 4 people to Indianapolis to an Indiana Fever game.
A lot of Caitlin Clark fans out there.
Front 10 rows, we have private chef in-home experiences. The live auction is the most incredible part of the night, besides hearing wish stories, but the excitement that these items will bring and the generosity of our community during that live auction is second to none.
I mean, you've given us so many reasons to go to this gala, but you know, the whole month of April itself, it's World Wish Month.
It is,
so this is a really good time to encourage people to get involved with the organization.
Absolutely.
So how can we do this if we can't get to the gala?
There are so many ways to get involved. So obviously the gala, monetary donations. The average cost of a wish right now is about $15,000.
$15,000 for one wish?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Kids can wish for anything, and we will grant those. So monetary donations, but we need wish granters across the state of Iowa. And that position is the coolest one we have, because you go meet with these kids, you help them imagine their wish, you figure out what they're interested in. And, you know, I've heard families, you know, we'll share a story. One little girl loves princesses, and their dad's like, well, maybe princesses could come to her birthday party. And the wish granter said, wish bigger. Right? And she went to Disney and she met the princesses. So that's the wish granter's role in this, is to help these kids imagine their wish. So we need wish granters, we need donors, we need sponsors. We need everybody to rally around these kids in our community.
Yeah, 15,000, and just the fact, I mean, we mentioned at the start of the segment, there's 24 kids right here locally in the Quad Cities that are on this list, with about 300 statewide. I mean, that to me is just mind-blowing that it's that many.
It is.
So this is obviously a very important foundation and a very important gala. The Riverbend Gala is happening Saturday, April 26th at 5 p.m. at the Waterfront Convention Center in downtown Bettendorf. For tickets, donation, and event sponsorship options, as well as other ways to volunteer, visit wish.org/Iowa. And again, we want to get that head count in by Monday. So now through the weekend, let's get signed up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Marianne,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it as well.
Thanks for having me.
All right, still to come on Quad Cities Live, from giant chalk masterpieces on the pavement to live performances. Quad City Arts is here with a preview of some fun events to come in the next few months.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
From murals that bring our streets to life to performances that leave a lasting impression, for more than 50 years, Quad City Arts has supported creativity here in our community. And next week, we have an opportunity to see the world-renowned jazz ambassadors for free. Here with the details on that and much more is event coordinator Ben Goujon and the organization's new executive director, no stranger to the show, Brian Allen. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Brian, congratulations on this new role. Obviously,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you've been a big part of our community for many, many years here in the Quad Cities, now in a new capacity at Quad City Arts. So new executive director. How's it been going here? 2 weeks on the job, right?
2 weeks, so far so good.
So far so good. So what are you most looking forward to here in this role?
Well, first I just want to say that I'm completely honored, you know, to have the role and to work along people like Ben and the other excellent staff at Quad City Arts to make a lot of great things happen.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even, you guys are on the show all the time, Quad City Arts, with all the amazing things we do in the community. So looking forward to you continuing that tradition. So let's talk about the jazz ambassadors that are coming next week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, all right, so what can people expect?
Well, sure, so this is the Army's premier band. There's 19 people in it. It's America's big band. So it's really a neat opportunity to see just like this level of jazz that's our nation's band for free and in our own community. So
so this is going to be at the Adler here next Thursday, April 17th. So like you mentioned, it is free, but
you have to register.
We do want to register,
That's right. Yep.
Okay, so where can we register?
Well, the easiest thing to do would probably just to go through our website. But you'll be redirected through our website to go to the proper channel to register.
Okay, and as you mentioned, 19 band members, and they've been performing for a long time.
Right, yeah, and Ben did an interview with them. So you know when the podcast will be dropped, do you know?
Yeah, next Thursday the 17th on WVIK.
Okay.
Our Talking Art podcast. I had the chance to talk to Master Sergeant James Old, who's their tour coordinator, and the band's history is just incredible.
Yeah.
We've had people You know, obviously, like we think about the Glenn Miller Orchestra and how that started in World War II, playing for the troops, but John Coltrane was in the U.S. Army Field Band, and just all these incredible jazz luminaries, and they perform all over the world. They have, you know, like 85 to 100 dates every year.
Wow.
And they really try to do a lot of community engagement as well. So we'll have a local color guard. They'll be working with some students at Davenport Central. So they really try to engage the community in a host of ways.
Yeah, and I mean, that's really all a part of QC Arts' mission.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So we've got that coming up next Thursday. So we're also going to talk about the Chalk Art Fest coming up. That event grows bigger and bigger each and every year. So that's coming up in May, right? End of May, early June.
End of May, early June.
Okay.
We're pushing it up this year to try and beat a little heat. But May 31st and June 1st, we usually have close to 100 teams and individuals who are filling out 8 by 10 foot chalk masterpieces that they create. We take over Schwiebert Park in downtown Rock Island, and we've got food trucks, live music. We've got a bounce house for the kids, face painting, all sorts of family-friendly activities for people to come down and experience while they're also watching these artists create incredible works of art.
Yeah, and these all, I mean, people can watch these artists do these chalk arts live.
Yes.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah, they start Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and they have to be done by Sunday at 3 p.m. and then we have judges and give out over $2,000 in prizes to these artists. There's a youth category and an adult category, and a lot of special prizes like for 3D art or best reproduction. It's really just an incredible event. The artists blow me away every year.
Yeah, every time I see it too, I am just, especially the 3D art, I don't know how they do it. So, you know, this is a great opportunity for any blossoming artist here in our community. So, who can register for this?
Anyone can register.
Anyone can register, okay.
Yep. We do have a limited amount of spots, just how many spots we can fit in the park. Okay. So there is an approval process, but we're not really you know, sitting there with a magnifying glass examining your artwork. But it's about fun and it's about community, and registration is now open for artists. Okay. And that'll be open through May 15th. Though if you register by May 1st, you're guaranteed getting a t-shirt just because of the ordering time and all that, those logistics.
And you know, you mentioned you kind of moved it up a little sooner this year because of the heat, but this is rain or shine, right?
It is. Yep. It is rain or shine, and we have had some rain and we have had some shine. So you never know what Mother Nature is going to throw at you. Hopefully this year is not 70-mile-an-hour winds.
I'll see what I can do about that. I'll put the order in now.
You're the guy to talk to.
I'm the guy to talk to, yeah. At least people think I am, but you know, I'll do my best here. But I'll talk about some of the prizes for each age group that they get. I mean, you mentioned more than $2,000 worth of prizes.
Yeah, so for the adult group, we have kind of a first place, second place, third place, a couple honorable mentions. And then we do the same for youth categories. The one thing I really like about that is the first place winner, their school also gets a $200 prize for art supplies for the school. And then we also have a People's Choice Award. So everyone who comes can go look at all the art and vote for their favorite.
All right, yeah. It sounds like a great opportunity to get the community involved, even if you're not participating in the chalk work. I mean, just masterpieces like that, to see it done live and in person, that'll be a neat opportunity. So if you want to register for the Jazz Ambassadors performance that we were talking about, or if you want to sign up for Chalk Art Fest, you can visit quadcityarts.com/events. Brian and Ben, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us,
All right,
Kyle.
we appreciate it. We'll still come on QCL, details on the upcoming Blossoms and Brunch. It's a fundraiser benefiting the Friends of Trinity and their community projects.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Grab your friends, your favorite spring hat, and head to Blossoms and Brunch for food, shopping, and feel-good giving. Here with the details on this popular annual event is Tulisa Bollinger with Friends of Trinity at Unity Point Health Trinity. Tulisa, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we are happy to have you and to talk all about this event, and thank you so much for bringing all these items, which we will get to in just a minute and explain why you're seeing all of this great stuff here today. But first, tell us about Blossoms and Brunch. Really take us through the event and what attendees can expect.
Absolutely. Well, it's Saturday, May 3rd. Doors open at 8 a.m. and the program starts right at 9 o'clock. So you have an hour to shop, peruse our silent auction items. You can get yourself a little toddy, if you will, mimosa, Bloody Mary to kick off your day. We will have some caring canines there with us to provide some pet therapy.
They're so cute. So cute. Like all the caring canines, like they line up and people just can't get enough of them. It's like one of my favorite parts of this event. Full disclosure, I participate in this event almost every year. It's fabulous, and I've got the opportunity again this coming year to help MC the event. So it is very cool how you guys have it set up. That first hour that people start arriving, there's just so much to do and see. The silent auction items just being one of them, but there's also just plenty of shopping to do, and plenty of plant shopping to do as well.
Yes, absolutely. So this year we took away the gift shop boutique. So instead we're bringing our hats to our gift shop. So you can stop by, get your hat if you don't already have one, or a fascinator, so that you can be prepared. We will have a hat raffle for anyone that shows up with a hat, whether it's super fancy or not, or a fascinator. So you'll have a chance to win a hat to wear potentially next year. So
there's some really great hats in the audience as well. We oftentimes have like derby type of hats. You can have garden party type of hats. It's really whatever you want to do, as you're seeing in these images here. Something else that's really special is you always have a really impactful speaker or speakers at this event. So can you give us a little insight into maybe what we can expect or who we can expect to hear from this year?
Absolutely. We have a couple of very special people. April is, in addition to Volunteer Appreciation Month, it's also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So one of the things that we do is provide clothes from our caring closet to sexual assault survivors, people who have had injuries or soiled themselves during treatment, because every body is different and reacts different to treatment. So we are here to provide that to those individuals. So one of our speakers is actually going to talk about how the impact of our caring closet impacts our patients. And another special speaker that we have is coming to us from our Project Search team, who just got hired on as a unit secretary, and she's taking around our caring cart, which is another one of our caring community projects that we support through the proceeds from this event. And there's simple things like we have combs and chapsticks, we have activity books that they can utilize during their stay. Obviously you don't pack for an overnight stay when you're going to the hospital, unless of course you're planning to have a baby, then you might, but otherwise you don't come prepared. And so we are here with a cart to with a cart to provide some basic essentials to you. So she will go through a couple of stories that were very impactful on some visits that she had with patients. So
that's what I think is what makes this event so incredibly special, is there are all these like firsthand accounts of how these different programs, initiatives, for lack of a better term, has helped people, has helped patients. And yes, I will say Caring Closet gets me every time. I think a lot of times people, when they end up in a hospital situation, emergency room situation, things can happen, and they fortunately they get to go home, but they don't have anything to put on. And so I think that's incredible.
And we deal with a lot of homeless as well. So sometimes you think of your loved ones bringing you a change of clothing, but not all of our patients have a loved one to bring them clothing. So it's very important to have an event like this where we can raise money to buy the clothes to give to them so that they can leave with some dignity.
Absolutely. And then the Prayer Shawl Ministry is one that hasn't been mentioned yet, and that is a big one as well. That just provides a lot of comfort for people going through treatment. And these prayer shawls, they are made by volunteers.
Yes. So a portion of our proceeds go to purchase our shawls, which we have one here on display. It takes 3 skeins of yarn to make one shawl. So we have phenomenal volunteers that donate their time and talents from home. We can always use more, so in case anybody's interested, they can contact our offices. But these are on the caring cart. They also go along on the comfort cart that goes around to the patients in the Cancer Center who are receiving infusion treatments, as well as the end-of-life cart that Friends of Trinity supports.
It's Friends of Trinity is just such a great organization, because it really feels like you all spend a lot of time thinking talking about the things that a lot of people typically may take for granted. A lot of people that are in tough positions in emergency room or hospital type situations or getting treatment, unless you're a close family member, you really forget what those folks might be going through. And it's like you guys kind of pick up the slack in that respect.
Yes.
But that's where the community and community support really comes into play.
Absolutely. Friends of Trinity has been around for over 30 years, and in that time we've actually given back over $4.5 million in grant funding, whether it's through one of our caring community projects or our ongoing needs. We have provided equipment for the intensive care units, the birthplace, and unfortunately coming up, I shouldn't say unfortunately, there are people that need to have cancer treatments, and we want to bring them closer to home, so we'll be supporting them through the expansion of the Cancer Center at the Moline campus.
Wonderful. Well, you know, I'm glad that we talked about all those initiatives, but bottom line, this event is fun. It really, really is. There's a good feeling in the room. You get to start your day doing a little shopping, having a great brunch. It's really fabulous, and this year it is at Rhythm City Casino. So anybody that has been in the past, we just want to clarify there's a new location this year, Rhythm City Casino. There's a great space inside that building located in Davenport. Again, this is happening on Saturday, May 3rd from 9 to 11:30, but once again, doors open at 8, and if you want to do any shopping or do any silent auction items, make sure you get there early. We have the QR code there on the screen, but we'll make sure that we'll link on our website for anybody that would like to RSVP and register for the event.
That would be great.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. It was great.
Anytime.
All right, much more to come in our second half hour of Quad Cities Live, including spring decor and inspiration from R7 Reclaimed in Grandview, Iowa. And we're checking in with KWQC's Kate Kopatich, who is going to be joining us live at one of the restaurants participating in QC Restaurant Week. We'll learn more about Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen coming up.
And we have a weekend where you can get out and enjoy some of those restaurants. It's a beautiful day right now. Temperature's a little cooler than average, but we'll take a look at the weekend warm-up and next week's 7-day forecast coming up.
Accurate and reliable. This is your First Alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland.
And it's a beautiful day area-wide. Temperature's a little cooler than average. We're in the 50s. We should be in the 60s, but that's okay. Plenty of sun down south in Burlington, and as we go up north toward Dubuque, again, plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds, and we'll actually see clouds increase later this evening into the first part of the night, but we'll clear out to start off our Saturday. There's that band of clouds off to our west that is moving our way fairly slowly. So as we go through the next few hours, we'll notice an increase in clouds, especially during the evening hours. And then by morning, we should be getting back some sun, and that will allow temperatures Saturday, plus the fact that we'll have winds turning in from the south, to get back to the 60s, where they should be even warmer than that on Sunday. Right now, 50s across the area. We were talking about Burlington, 54 degrees, talking about Dubuque, 54 degrees. I sense a theme here. 57 in the Quad Cities, Double Nichols and Rock Falls and Sterling, as well as Washington, with 58. I think that is the warm spot in Muscatine, Vegas. Hello to all my friends down there, and I've got a lot of them, believe me. Here's a look at how things will go this evening. Again, those clouds move in, and they'll be slow, so they move through during the first part of the overnight. But as we get into the morning hours, we should see mostly sunny skies, and despite a few clouds from time to time, that should be the case for Saturday. More clouds off to the west will start moving in during the afternoon, but a lot of breaks in those clouds, so we'll hold on to pretty good amounts of sun. During the overnight, we will drop those lows back to the mid-30s, mid and upper 30s. And then for tomorrow, our warm-up begins. We'll see mid-60s across much of the area, and those temperatures get a lot better as we get into Sunday, when we'll see highs getting back to the 70s. Rain chances, it looks like we'll have those Monday as a front comes through. That'll continue to stir up the wind. It looks like early Sunday will be windy, Monday will be windy, and then late in the week, Thursday, we could see some thunder showers along with a chance of rain Friday. So as we start off our Saturday, again, mainly clear skies, a little bit of sunshine early in the day before we throw in some afternoon clouds. You see those temperatures dropping into the 30s, but then we're warming up fairly quickly. 40s and the 50s early in the day, and then we'll get those temperatures back to the 60s for our Saturday. Sunday, we're in the low 70s, a little bit windy with that rain on the way, at least a chance for that on Monday. We do cool back to the 60s though, and as we look toward later in the week, after 60 on Tuesday, we're in the low to mid 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday looks to be a day where we could add some thunder to the forecast. Not a big chance of rain, but there will be that chance, and we could end with some showers on Friday. as well.
You know, overall, Eric, not a bad-looking forecast here for April standards.
Yeah, that's right. Despite a little bit of wind on Sunday, this weekend looks great to get outside. And if you have to do some yard work, do that. If you want to say, you know what, forget it for another week and just enjoy being outside, looks good for that too.
Yep, I got some yard work I got to do myself. All right,
Same
thanks
here.
so much, Eric. Yep, we'll be busy. All right, well, coming up after the break, we're getting crafty with R7 Reclaimed. Learn more about how to incorporate your spring decor into your home. Coming up next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you are dreaming of a spring refresh for your home with a little rustic charm, well, look no further than R7 Reclaimed, tucked away in a beautifully restored barn in Louisa County. This one-of-a-kind destination is more than just a store. It's a curated experience full of vintage finds, farmhouse favorites, and seasonal decor that brings your home back to life. Joining us now is owner Tennille Register. Tennille, welcome back to the show.
Hi, thanks, Kyle. Great to be here.
Yeah, great to have you as always. So we are focusing on incorporating spring into our home.
Yes, we talk so much about like fall and holiday.
Yeah.
And spring just sort of gets like rushed by.
Yes. We got to clean our house in spring. We don't think of decorating.
Yeah, and so I think that both can be kind of therapeutic, right?
Yes.
I heard something today that said, we don't expect anything in nature to bloom all year round, so don't expect it of yourself. And so I think
that's the truth.
Yeah, I think that there can be like some renewal in the process. Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about today.
All right, so what we're going to do right now is you're going to show us how to make kind of a spring wreath to add to our home.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want us to kind of think outside the box. Obviously, you can buy one that's ready to go.
Sure.
But if you're looking for a project to kind of celebrate spring,
yeah.
I want to challenge you to think outside the box. So I have this wreath. This is kind of a unique piece. It's a shovel, and then it has like an opening in it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so you can fill that, you know, with some silk flowers or even with some real plants.
Okay.
And so we're going to kind of look at that.
Okay.
Also, don't be afraid to put dimension onto your wreath. So like a little clay pot like this can actually be wired onto the wreath.
Yeah, that's something you wouldn't really think of for a wreath.
And then potted, and it's just like a cute little succulent on the front door.
Okay.
And so really starting to think outside the box.
Okay.
And then bring in your texture. The key, if you're going to use some silk greenery, I'm going to show you in a minute, is texture.
Okay.
So we're going to put these on here.
Okay.
And if you want to, you can cut us some twine there.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Because what we're going to do is we're going to use...
How much?
Give me a foot or so.
Okay.
We're going to use... Anywhere we use wire, we're going to use twine to just kind of hide that, right?
Hide the wire?
Yeah.
All right. How many do you want? 3, 4?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, we'll do that. Okay. Something I can do is cut.
All right.
I don't have the eye for this, but... I can cut for you.
You know, are you? I could use a helper, so.
Yeah, I can help you out.
A good assistant is always, you know, for hire.
All right, there we go.
Okay, and so we'll tie that on there.
Okay.
All right. Whoop.
Oh, not working. Live TV, guys. Live TV.
Right.
We love this.
It's going to work out. Just slip it back under that wire.
There we go. There we
go. We can camouflage it later.
We'll do that, yeah. All right. So how many of these would you add?
Yeah, so I would do a combo of 3.
This just is not working out for us.
The day that Kyle helped make a wreath with
yes.
R7,
Oh, this is going
excellent.
Swimmingly well. All right, so we're just going to pretend that that's going to stick there.
Yes.
Or it's going to break.
We're going to pop it back into the wire here.
Oh, this is wonderful.
All right. Okay, so we've got that on there, and we would add several more.
Yes.
And then we're going to start adding some of our silk greenery. Today, kind of the lesson is how we can add the faux greenery and the fresh together.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to grab that little potted plant that we're going to,
Oh, we're going to take it out and put it in there?
You're going to have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. All right, so we'll take this out and...
And so we're going to layer in several different types of greenery to the wreath. And that's going to keep it from looking a little too inexpensive, if you will.
Sure.
And it's going to help it look custom.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so we're going to actually take a bunch of that dirt off of there.
A lot of dirt there to fit in that small pot. All right, perfect.
And this is part of the therapy, right? Getting your hands
there you go.
dirty.
Yeah, there you go.
And doing a few things there.
Okay.
All right, so we're actually just going to take a section of that plant there.
Okay, so I failed this part.
All right, and put in there.
Okay.
Like so, right?
All right.
And so now we're starting to build. We've got, it's just not working today.
It's not working for us.
There we go.
But when you actually aren't crunched for time on live TV, you can actually make this look really nice.
Absolutely, and when you're working with it on a hanging surface, right?
Sure, okay.
And so as we start to put in those elements, this is going to be a wreath we can use all summer.
Okay.
Because we're going to have all different styles of greenery and fresh plants. And then if we want to make it for spring, we're going to add the tulips, right? And those can be replaced later with a different seasonal piece.
Sure, okay.
And then other things you can do is add some meaningful objects. Like if you have grandma's old spade from the garden or something, put that on the wreath.
Kind of make it your own.
Yeah, kind of make it your own. You know, fun little boots. Like this piece here is like a little rain boot.
Oh, yeah.
And it has a little hanger in the back. So you could hang it on the wall, but that also can be really cute on a wreath. And like we have over here, we have shown on like a whiskey barrel.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right? And then it has like a garden hoe, and it's got some tractor ribbon and things like that. So, you know, whether you're contemporary or you're rustic, make it kind of your own kind of thing.
Yeah, and real quick, I mean, you're doing big things at R7 Reclaimed. You have an Airbnb, and very soon you're going to be opening a drinkery.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so we're just kind of working our way around town, right?
Yeah.
Of restoring. And so our downtown building where we've had a few events, it's being turned into a coffee shop. And so we want to make sure when you make the R7 road trip to circle through the barn that you can do it with a cup of your favorite energy drink or coffee, latte in hand.
Yeah, those energy drinks are becoming more and more popular. So this is expected to open this this drinkery in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Yeah, so the barn's open tomorrow 10 to 2, and then hopefully the next weekend we'll start being open every weekend at the barn, and the drinkery will be open too.
All right, we'll have to have you back to hear how things are going there. So R7 Reclaimed is located in Grandview, Iowa. If you want to learn more about their operating hours, upcoming events, or to shop online, you can visit the website on your screen, TennilleRegister.com. Tennille, as always, thank you, and I promise next time you come, I'll be a better helper.
This was great.
Or I'll try.
This is what DIY actually works like, right? This is the real deal.
Real life, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. No, it's not the Instagram cover-up, right?
Right, that's right.
All right, well, coming up after the break, we're going to be checking in with Kate Kopatich, who is live at Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen with more on QC Restaurant Week.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
It is one of the tastiest times of year, and we've been talking about it all week long. QC Restaurant Week continues for another couple of days. Area establishments all across the Quad Cities area and beyond are showing off their signature dishes, creative specials, and can't miss flavors. And that includes Vibrant Coffee House and Kitchen in Bettendorf. TV6's Kate Kopatich is joining us live once again from that location. And Kate, Vibrant makes a drink called the Dirty Soda, and these dirty sodas are becoming more and more popular, it seems.
Yeah, Kyle, that's exactly right. We first told you about this a little bit earlier in the show, and now we're actually going to get a close-up look at some of these dirty sodas. But for those of you at home who don't know what a dirty soda is, I'm joined now with Chad Cushman, who is going to tell us a little bit more about these drink specials. So what is a dirty soda?
A dirty soda is typically a soft drink that is enhanced with a syrup or juice, and usually has some sort of like sweet cream added to it.
Perfect. And then, so you have 3 of these drinks set up for us. Let's go in a row and say what these drinks that we have are.
Yeah. This here is a Dirty Coke. The Dirty Coke could also be ordered as a Dirty Diet Coke. This is imparted with some raspberry and lime syrup, which we feel pairs very, very well together with this drink.
Awesome. So do we want to go ahead and top her off? Look at that. And then what is the key for this? You have to kind of stir it around?
Yep. To kind of get the full experience is to stir the cream into the soft drink.
All right, there you go. You can see it's getting down in there. So we'll go ahead and try the Dirty Coke. Oh, wow, that is very good. Awesome. Okay, so what is our next drink that we have?
The next one is my personal favorite. This is called the Orange Creamsicle. If you've ever had an orange push-up as a child or even as an adult, this is kind of the inspiration behind this one. This is orange soda with a little bit of vanilla syrup. And then what we do is add in a sweet cream. And the sweet cream is really what makes this kind of take on that orange push-up flavor.
All right, let's go ahead and give this one a go. Stir it in and make sure we get all of this in here. I feel like this is going to look good. And this looks like a really good summertime drink.
Yes. Yeah, it's very much a summer drink for sure. Very refreshing.
Okay. I like that one even more than the first one. And we have one more to try. Yep. So, Chad, tell me, what is the last drink we have?
So this one is called our Sugar Rush. The Sugar Rush is, it contains Sprite, has vanilla syrup in it. But there's some magic that happens with this drink. This is kind of our showstopper. We garnish it with a little bit of cotton candy. Okay, so ready for that?
Look at that. And in an instant, it dissolves. And then we are ready to give this one a go real quick. Good. Well, appreciate it. And we're going to go ahead and take one final look at our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland.
Signal got a taste of that last one there with all the sugar. Just got a little jittery. 36 tonight, partly cloudy skies coming in later this evening, and then we'll be clearing off toward morning. That means our Saturday starts with some sun and should hold on to that for much of the day. A few clouds in the afternoon, otherwise mostly sunny, a little breezy, but highs get in the mid-60s. We're in the 70s on Sunday.
All right, looks like a great weekend, Eric. Thank you so much. Well, it's Friday, which means it's time for Wins of the Week. So we're going to go back out to Kate Kopatich, who is recovering from the sugar rush from all of those crazy drinks out there. Kate, what's your win?
Get her a win.
Oh, actually, I guess we're going to go with my win first.
Oh, okay.
You know, we talk big or small wins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eric, all this week I've been dealing with some voice issues.
Yes.
I've been feeling fine. I was sick over the weekend, lost my voice. The voice is finally back, so my win is my voice is almost there. I would call it about 90 to 95%. It's in and out.
I heard a little bit of hesitation from your vocal cords there a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
But it looks like you've got a nice weekend to recover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
All right. Well, now we're going to go back out to Kate Kopatich, who's going to tell us about her win. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, Eric. Yeah, Sugar Rush is absolutely right. But my win of the week was that I got to go to the River Bandits game and do some team coverage for us there for work. But very happy that spring is here and baseball is back in the Quad Cities.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I love Bandits games.
Oh yeah, nothing like it out there at Modern Woodman Park.
Yeah, and that's it. We've got one of the best stadiums in minor league baseball, and yeah, well, the best. I guess
it is the best. All right, what's your win, Eric?
Earlier this week, I got a chance to go to the Bob Dylan concert at the Adler.
That's right.
Amazing showman. He's over 80. He's still got a strong voice, and that's one thing I've always loved about the Quad Cities. You know, when I was a kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s, all these acts that I never thought in my life I'd be able to see, they come to the Quad Cities now.
And they come right here, yeah. We got great venues for them. And,
that's right.
Was it a good turnout for people?
Great. I think it was sold out. Yeah,
awesome.
Pretty close to it if it wasn't.
Awesome. I know there was a lot of talk about it. All right. Sounds awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Quad Cities Live. We'll see you back here on Monday. But in the meantime, News at 4 with Sharon is coming up next. Have a great weekend.